It's Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. Welcome back to the Groucho Orloff Show. It's a snowy day here on Kensington Avenue in Philadelphia. Just made a video, but it got, I think the cold turned the iPhone off. So I didn't intend that video to be so short. Oh well. Let's take a walk around and then we'll go inside and do a tour. I've been moving things around, so maybe it's time to have another house tour. I don't know. Don't know anything else to do. Well, so this is the first measurable snow of the year, well, you know, not of the year, but of this winter. You know, I was thinking about that the other day. Being in school so many years as a student and then as a teacher, I think of the year starting in September. I don't think of it starting in January. And being part of, you know, the weird thing about being a television kid growing up is I think of the week starting on Saturday morning because the TV guide always started on Saturday morning. So to me, that's the beginning of the week, not Sunday. Saturday morning cartoons. Yes, indeed. This may not be that impressive to you, but being from Texas, I didn't see snow that often. Although it did happen, and it could be deep, but it's always fun for me. I don't have to get out and drive in it, so it's not a problem. And I can walk to anywhere I need to go. Now let's go in before my phone shuts off from being too cold. It's 29 degrees. I mean, I guess it's not that cold, but yes, welcome to the Groucho Orloff Show. As the snow falls, as the whiteness becomes bright and thick, the silent pall of evil settles upon the earth. Who dares to search? Who dares to see what walks in the night? If you dare, welcome to my nightmare. Okay, let me set my sunglasses down. I'm trying to figure out something to do with this porch. But eventually, you know, I may turn this into a little store or something. I made it into, I had it a little, I turned it kind of into a tiki bar. Thing is, I don't really drink, so there's no real sense in that. Sorry, my hand's a little shaky from being out in the cold. Let's go on in and warm up. I put this old shower curtain up just to keep the sunlight from coming through. This is a shower curtain my wife had made. So, hold on. I've always contended that the dinosaur in Toy Story was based on this Aurora model kit of the Allosaurus. I don't know. I could be wrong. Who knows? Oh, I made some changes to the paintings I made for Captain Strangelove. I was showing you a couple episodes back. Let me move it over here where you can see it. Captain Strangelove sent me some text saying he wanted these spikes coming out of the wings and these tendrils coming out of the arms. So I added those, and I added these little spiky ear horns, added some lightning coming down, and then I added some hieroglyphics on this rock throne he's sitting on. I had based it on a drawing that H.P. Lovecraft had drawn for someone of Cthulhu, and he didn't have these spiky things, but so I added them in. And then this other painting is Belial from Basket Case being eaten by the, what was it, Audrey, the plant from Little Shop of Horrors. Captain Strangelove reminded me to put these leaves around the head, so I added some color and did some things like that. So that's, I gotta find a box to mail those off to him. I've had this Christmas ornament, or my family's had it since I was like in second grade. It's like a bootleg Snoopy reindeer. I've always loved that. And yes, it was Hedy Lamar's birthday just about 4 or 5 days ago. And she's partially responsible, or mainly responsible, I think, for the invention of the cell phone. Sorry, these skulls aren't positioned properly. Come on.
I adjusted the curtains and it messed up the skulls. Let's put you, come on, stay. You ever have trouble positioning your skulls, man? What's going on? Maybe like, oh, like that. That's better. I want this one to kind of turn towards, that's better. It's part of my Christmas decorations. Listening to Christmas music from Kmart. Gradually putting out the Christmas decorations. I stocked up on candy cigarettes knowing that it might snow, so we would have some nutrition. He should be positioned more like this, shouldn't he? Obsessive compulsive tendencies coming out. My arm is, my muscles are shaking as I'm holding this camera because, for one thing, the little handheld tripod, I can't find it that Captain Strangelove sent me somewhere around here. And the other thing, I've been moving a lot of heavy books and records yesterday. Trying to make the house, trying to build it back better, as Klaus Schwab puts it so aptly. I like to put the Marx figure, and then the Aura model, and then the advertisement for it behind it. See, I did that here. This Frankenstein I painted, and this Frankenstein here was painted by Joe Riley, and then there's the but you know, this thing, shouldn't it be more over here? Will it fit? No, it won't fit there. Nah, I'll just leave him over here. All right, what else have I been up to? Last major purchase I did was this Popeye. And it had the box. This Popeye I've had since I was like 3 years old. My Rat Fink and Weirdo Hot Rod guys together. And that's always important. I just heard that Linda Carter was the lead singer in a band in Las Vegas before she was Wonder Woman, and Gary Berghoff, who would later play Radar in the movie and TV series MASH, was the drummer. I just heard that trivia this morning on YouTube. I put these two Elviras here. These were both painted by Joe Riley. I mentioned Joe Riley a lot. Joe Riley was a friend back in the 1990s. He passed away. He was a brilliant artist, and I like to promote his memory as much as I can. is a, okay, window, okay, I'm trying to get this damn door to close. There we go. And he sculpted and painted this garage kit of a slee stack. And I don't know what happened to his belongings when he passed away, and I don't think he made too many of these slee stacks, but this one he actually painted and built, and it could be the only surviving one in the world. Hopefully not, but that is possible. So I should have all of Joe Riley, things built by Joe Riley, all together in one showcase. Eventually I'll do that as kind of a tribute to him. What else have I been moving around? It's kind of a Hawaiian Christmas song. I put the gigantic Frankenstein Aurora model kit over here. People tend to call him Big Frankie. You know, things are, I'm still organizing. I mean, I can't explain why this deer is in front of the Munster coach. It's just something that was my mother's, and I got the Baron cars on Micronauts figure all back together, although, yeah, he's back together. He was missing a fist, but I found it. I've had this weird giraffe, monkey-looking lion hybrid Chimera toy since I was like 5. And I started putting like things together. I put all these Nutty Mads together. This is my Nutty Mads collection. It's weird that you've got a you know, a toy made in the early to mid 60s. He's shooting the finger, and it's a weird thing. When did shooting your middle finger become only translated to "fuck you"? It may have. I'm not sure when that happened, because to the World War II generation, extending your middle finger wasn't as vulgar. It just meant nuts to you, like, you know, forget you. And so that's why the editors of Mad had the famous cover in 1973 with a middle finger extended, drawn by Norman, painted by Norman Mingo, because they didn't realize it would be that offensive, and they had to apologize to a lot of the subscribers that got this magazine in the mail, and I guess it got them in trouble with their parents, you know. But yeah, by the time I was a kid, it just meant fuck you. And I just said, but yeah, and I really hate when people do that, but I'm one of those people. I kind of have my Vampirellas together. I found my Vampirella fan club card. I keep thinking things are missing. I'll get up in the middle of the night kind of in a sweat, and I'll think, where is this or that? And usually it'll wind up being in a room I'm about to show you. I did a room tour a few episodes back, a house tour, and I didn't get to show you that room. And I've been moving things around. A little bit. You know, I hate these Funko Pops, but I have more than a few of them, because when there's a Bride of Frankenstein or a Top Cat, I kind of have to get. And then these aren't Funko Pops; these are Garbage Pail Kid, relatively recent little things. Wait, I have 2 of these. Wait a second. Oh no, I thought that's a mummy. I thought it. You know, from in the dark, it looked like a Michael Myers deal, and I have one of those upstairs, and I thought maybe I have two of them. What else have I done? Oh, I put a bunch of Munsters stuff together over here. I found this. It's a Lily Munster garage kit where she's coming down the stairs, and I had painted it badly, and I just did a couple of touch-ups and put it here, and then put it with these other Lily Munster figures. We got the Funko Pop Munsters, and then this is these are Mexican made Munsters figures that you could get very easily through Toy Shop magazine. They're probably still pretty inexpensive. They must have made 1 million of them. And then back behind them are, I don't know, from about 15 years ago, these bobblehead Munsters. And there's the Barbie Lily Munster. Yeah, the room in here that normally... Oh, here's my father. I was supposed to do a veteran... Supposed to? Who says I'm supposed to? I was wanting to do a Veterans Day episode, but I don't know. I don't know what happened. It's my father here. It's a paratrooper. This is my mother. This is my wife as a little girl. Another picture of my mother. Okay. Let's go into this room. This is the room where whenever I think something's missing, it's usually in this room. This is another thing that Joe Riley did. He made a animation cell of the Groovy Ghoulies. He was just playing around with the cell plastic and the paints that animators use. So this, looks like it's a real cell from the Filmation Groovy Ghoulies show, but it really isn't. It's something Joe Riley made. Yeah, I'm really into the Munsters and monsters in general, and so that's why I take particular offense when someone like Rob Zombie makes such a shitty version of... Why is this stupid thing here? I'm trying to purify this room of this of offensive modern things. I want this room to be more of a vintage room. I've got a lot of mummy model kits, and a lot of them that are painted by very talented artists to look like the James Bama blue tinted bandages. There's the Marksman from Uncle, Napoleon Solo, and Ilya Kuryakin. Just a little bit of trivia, you probably already know this, that Ian Fleming came up with the name Napoleon Solo. He actually was, I guess, worked on the show for a day or so. And that was his contribution. So technically, Napoleon Solo and James Bond are created by the same guy. Oh, there's a Funko Pop Silver Surfer. I'm going to take him downstairs along with I'm getting these Funko Pops out of here. I've got all these Mego figures, and these are all my childhood Mego figures, but having Funko Pops among them kind of isn't good. So let's I'll show you more of this room while we're in here. I need more lighting in here.
My grandmother gave me a Batman and Robin, these puppets when I was a little boy. The heads came off and everything. I still have the heads. I think I still have the bodies. They're just not in very good shape. Those are ones I bought later. There's a lot of, I need to come in here and dust. A lot of Batmobiles in here. This Batman I made myself out of Super Sculpey. Super Sculpey is something Joe Riley taught me about. That's what he used to sculpt his kits, and that he'd make molds of them. It's basically like clay, and you sculpt something, and then you fire it up in your oven in your kitchen, and then you paint it. And so this is a little weirdo rat fink kind of Batman that I created, so that's a one-of-a-kind thing there. So I was wondering about my Sesame Street finger puppets, and I thought, I remember having a Grover, and it turns out he's in this Batmobile. What I've been doing, what I was doing yesterday, since I didn't have to work yesterday or today, is I've been pulling all the Batman the Animated Series TV show that was on Fox in the 90s. It was probably one of the best, if not the best, animated adventure show ever on television. The definitive version of Batman, absolutely. I've been taking all the Batman the Animated Series stuff downstairs to the basement and trying to create a tribute to the Batman the Animated Series show. Downstairs, and so I've been, because I don't think the Batman the Animated, and there's a Harley Quinn, probably should go downstairs with that stuff. Anyway, I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I'll take that Harley Quinn downstairs. Yeah, the Batman the Animated Series is what created Harley Quinn. And because there had been several, there's Pete and Alan. The Batman the Animated Series, when they started that show, the writers of DC Comics had done this. They had started to write the Joker as if he was gay and had a crush on Batman. And I don't know if that started with that Arkham Asylum graphic novel. Could have. Where I'm still getting this basement organized. It's gradually. I'm going to be working on it today after I finish this episode. Trust me. Anyway, he had the Joker in a wedding dress in that Arkham Asylum graphic novel, like he was going to get married to Batman or something. So, the producers of Batman the Animated Series, in order to make it clear that the Joker was not gay, they created Harley Quinn. Okay, so this is... I've kind of put all this stuff together, and maybe what inspired me is that Kevin Conroy, who is the voice of the Batman, passed away a few days ago. So I'm trying to get all this Batman the Animated Series stuff together. And now I've become one of these assholes that hangs up stuff that's still on the card on the wall. I've always, this animated series, I loved it so much that I actually bought 2 of these figures. See, this Catwoman, where is she? She should be here somewhere. Anyway, I would buy
two. This Mr. Freeze. I would take one out of the package and leave one in the package. That's the only time I've ever been one of those idiots. I'm sorry if you're one of those people. I tend to. Oh, and then I forgot that was in the room. That's perfect. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is I've got this Galactus that was made as a toy from the 90s Fantastic Four show, and I think I'm going to add some Fantastic Four stuff around him. And I might have to move all these statues. Let's see. Yeah. This is the basement arcade. Someday it'll be a working arcade. Right now it's work in progress. These friends of my wife live in Los Angeles, and they were talking with her on the phone the other night, and they're starting to realize just how dangerous it is to live in the part of Los Angeles they're in, and they were thinking they could move to this community, and they were wondering if it was okay, and of course it is, for them to stay here for a while they buy a house. And I don't know if they were serious or not, but if they do want to come, this downstairs area I will make livable by then. I started moving all this Wonder Woman stuff down here, and here's my Fort Apache Marks playset, and I'm setting up. Except I've got all these guys that don't have horses. I don't know where all the horses went, but this is one of the Christmas morning 19. What would that have been? 71. That's probably when I got that. And I'm setting up my prehistoric playset up here. I still have these in my hand. I guess I'll put them over here. These little statues. Oh, man. Eventually, this will be nice. Starting to put boxes of VHS in here and some games up here. Yeah. I don't know. Things will get better. Yeah, let me move some more of these statues. And here's a Galactus Funko Pop. I'm embarrassed how many of these things I have. At first, my wife and I, we thought, they're somewhat cute. We called them embryos because they look like embryos. And somehow calling them embryos sounded better than Funko Pop. And then I realized that comic book stores that was like the Funko Pops and Pokemon cards were 80-90% of their business. And then I started to really resent Funko Pops because all these assholes that don't read just come in to buy Funko Pops, and then comic conventions become all Funko Pop conventions. And not that I go to that many comic book conventions, but the last one I went to had 4 short boxes of comics. One dealer had 4 short boxes, and he was the only guy there that had comics. This must go on the back of Galactus. It must have fallen off when I brought him down. All right. How do I get... There's a little slit in his ass where it goes, I think. This must... I have it on upside down. Oh, man.
Come on. Come on, Galactus. You son of a bitch. The last episode I was... There we go. Oh, fuck you. The last episode I was talking about how much I love the artist Tom Sutton. Right at the end of the episode, I was saying, Tom Sutton, you magnificent bastard. You made my childhood better. And then the camera shut off because I was out of memory on my phone right after I said, Tom Sutton, you magnificent bastard. And I was afraid people might think I was actually calling him a bastard, but that's actually a quote from Patton, the movie Patton, where George C. Scott is talking about Rommel, and he's saying, Rommel, you magnificent bastard. I read your book, because Rommel had written a book about tank warfare between World War I and World War II, and talked about how tank warfare should be done, and then which gives away all his secrets to, his future enemy. But Patton had a lot of respect and love. Well, I don't know if love is the right word for Rommel. And Rommel was not a bad guy. And in fact, he was one of the guys that I think was executed, sort of executed, because he was leading a plot against Hitler. Okay, so let's bring the rest of the Funko Pop Fantastic Four downstairs, because I gotta have some purpose in my life, and a purpose in my life is moving Funko Pops out of the cool area. Okay, so there's the thing. Some of these aren't Funko Pops. Like this is a Mexican figure, but it's like some of these aren't Mego figures, rather. That's a Mexican one, and that's a fake Mego from the 90s, I think. Okay. Oh, man. It's hard to move stuff when I have one hand occupied holding on to a cell phone. Shit, motherfucker. Okay. So, how was your Tuesday morning? It's wonderful, isn't it? I haven't had breakfast yet. And I'm going to have to walk in the snow to go buy it. Which is not too tragic. It's only a block away. Celeste Yarnell, she was in Star Trek. She was Miss Rheingold in 1964. There's an autograph to me. To Kenneth with love and lust, always Blaze Star. All these people that have visited here in the pinball arcade. All right. Cats are over there waiting for treats, so I'll give them some. They had their breakfast. All right. I wish I had that tripod, man. Somewhere. Okay. So that's why I have 5 Fantastic Four, because there's Johnny Storm like that and in full flame. We'll put Sue Storm here. And the Thing. Don't ask me why there's a duck here. The Thing. And Mr. Fantastic. I don't understand people. Funko Pops, there's some that are cool. I mean, this looks cool. These 1960s versions of the Fantastic Four look cool. I mean, it's clearly the Kirby
Johnny Storm. He has the 60s hairstyle. He doesn't have a mushroom haircut that John Byrne would give him. She's got the flip hairstyle from, the mid 60s. So that's cool. But people that keep the Funko Pops in their boxes, that's insanity, because the boxes are so ugly, man. This, I might have shown you before, is a Frisbee from Burger Chef. It's a long lamented hamburger chain. It went out of business. Incrediburgable. There's the two guys, Jeff and the Burger Chef. They had animated commercials. You can see them on YouTube. But this is a glow-in-the-dark Frisbee from 1972 or 73 is when I got it. Virginia had Burger Chef. I don't know if it was all around the country. I'm holding it up to the light, and I'm going to see how much it glows. You can't really tell, can you? Oh, well. Que lastima. Here is a Raisin Bran. Oh, isn't that collectible? So collectible. Oh, my gosh. All right. Wonderful. So I purified the bat room with all the 60s artifacts of Funko Pops, and they look kind of cool together down here. So I don't know. I've got more Batman the Animated Series stuff, but as I find it, I bring it down here and set it up, because it's mixed in with everything. Okay. The cats are wondering why I haven't given them the treats yet. I got stacks of shisa in boxes everywhere. I'm trying to, and I got stuff like I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Like here I've got the card that the Catwoman came off of, and then I've got one that I didn't take the card, that's still intact with the card. And then I just found this Pirates of the Caribbean model kit that's all broken up, for my childhood. See, he had, it's all broken. This is part of his arm. These things were super fragile. I wonder how many even exist. They're tiny and they're fragile. The Aurora kits were made far superior. They were far better made, and when they broke, they were easier to put back together. But those Pirates of the Caribbean model kits were like rubber band activated. They would move, they would do things, like bring their sword down and stuff. It's getting better. I mean, you just don't understand how this place was not too long ago. And then in here's where I have a lot of my records, not all of my records, but a bunch of 45 RPM records. So we're down in the basement. I see the snow outside. And a lot of DVDs and stuff. I want to find the movie MASH. Listening to people talk about the movie MASH this morning made me kind of want to watch it again. It was a very mean-spirited and dark comedy. It's just unbelievable how that turned into the sitcom that was so popular in the 70s, because they're such different animals. It was a bitterly mean movie, but okay, these cats are really wanting treats. You hear that? Pete has always talked like a Jawa. He doesn't meow, he does this Jawa speak. So what I do is I take these Temptations and I pour a little on the floor, and they go apeshit. Now I get paid Friday, so I'll buy more of these treats for them. And I've got to send $40 to Gotham City Comics. The Charlton Companion from Tomorrow's Publishing is coming in, where it's already in. If your local comic store is going to get it, they already have it. And so anyway, he sent me a message on Instagram, and so I've got to call him when I get the money Friday, and he'll send that out to me, because that's something I've been waiting for. Yeah, Charlton 66, if you're watching this, make sure you might already have it, because I think they were selling it at the convention in Boston. Anyway. Let's get back up here. I've got a dust in here, man. That's one thing. Oh, I really want to take this head down. My wife hates this thing. Like, she despises it. It's a glow-in-the-dark Harley Quinn thing. Partially because she says it's ugly, and partially because I bought this at a time when we didn't have much money. And I was in Duncanville Books, and I saw it, and she said to not buy it, and I did, and so it represents a bad thing to her. So putting it in the basement's probably a good thing. Okay. I think they made this in the glow-in-the-dark version and one that didn't glow in the dark. But yeah, this will look spectacular as a centerpiece for my Kevin Conroy tribute in here. I just gotta walk where I don't trip on things, because you know, the dehumidifier, they kick on. I gotta move these. Yeah, she looks pretty evil. I'll just put this here. Let's see how that looks. That look okay. All right. This robot gorilla was also done by Joe Riley. Look how he made it have like wear. It actually moves and is battery operated. It's a model kit that functions as a toy, but I got to make sure it's all back together. And let's see what's in this closet. I've forgotten. I think, you know, I should put this Beanie and Cecil guitar somewhere better, where it can be seen. Well, today's Tuesday, so tomorrow's the Graphic Man 4-Color Fossils show. I need to make sure I'm on that, because last week I didn't go on because my wife wasn't feeling well, and that means I need to find something to show on that show. And right now I've got to find something cool, because it's like a show and tell thing. It says I have low battery. Shit. I better go hook myself up to a battery. Oh, if you're into movie posters, I'm going to move all the movie posters out of one closet into another closet. So while I'm doing that, I think I'm going to show every poster probably in the next episode, which I might do later today. We'll see. It's always Christmas morning in Mount Gratu. Nixon's holding Ricola because I had a cough there for a while, and Drew's taking a snooze. I don't think the snow's going to melt much because it's not going above freezing. Okay, I only have a short little charging cable. So that means since the phone is running out of power, I'm gonna need to put myself in a spot where I can, I know where to go. See if there's anything I can take upstairs. Someday soon, this will all be. Let's go in here for a little bit. Oh, this is when I need to show you what I was doing yesterday while my arms are sore. Here in this closet. I forgot this closet was here. And there's a lot of storage space. Here's some of the posters that I'm going to show you. Well, they're upside down. I'll show them to you next episode. But I was moving all these yearbooks. I collect old yearbooks. Like the college I went to, University of Texas at Arlington. I've got the 75 one. That's